In today's video, we'll recreate this email from Google, and we will create a design system, email design system for your components, and simply use these components, your own components inside plugin UI, build emails from block to block. Let's get started. We will export this email as HTML code using Marker Email Generator Figma plugin. All links will be in the description. As you can see, this email contains a couple of blocks. It's a header, text, an image on the left, text on the right, then this block and footer. I will show you how to recreate this email using Figma and auto layout, and how to use Marker Email Generator Figma plugin to export this email. Okay, and I have two screenshots of two emails. As you can see, it's one email design system, and as you can see, you can switch, for example, block. You can insert this block to this email, or use this block in this email, because it's a one email design system. I prepared all assets and text from both emails, and I don't know how it takes, but I will show how to create exactly this. I will focus on the first email and show how to create this email in plugin and have blocks. And I will not cut anything and show everything what I've done. And I also will add some border to. I will add borders to each frame to see how it works and how block put inside other blocks. The width of email is 720. Let's start with the first block with yellow background. So let's create a frame. To create a frame, you can go to the top bar, then click frame, or simply use F key on the clipboard, then write a frame, then update width. We need 720. And we will use auto layout for the plugin. Why we have here to use auto layout? So first I will try to not use auto layout for example, and see what's the difference. So I have create a frame, then I add a background, update some border radius, and put an image, Command C, Command V, and text. Okay. Now we have an image on the text. And let's select this. Plugin do not allow to use frames without a layout. Why auto layout is important for the Marker Email Generator Figma plugin? Because, for example, when plugin transform email Figma design to the email code, it's important to see all settings such as padding and spacing. And without auto layout, you cannot set these settings properly, and plugin will not know how to count padding properly. And to help plugin build email as you want, as you see is in Figma, and transform exactly in 100% to the code, it's important to use auto layout. So let's do the important keyboard shortcut. It's Shift A. Every time you want to transform your frame to the auto layout, use Shift A, or on the right sidebar. Here you can find the plus icon here. When you select a frame, go to the right sidebar and click here, auto layout. Figma creates auto layout, and as you can see, Figma add some settings. Let's update them. You can set space between two items. Then you can apply horizontal alignment of the block. You can put it top, on the bottom, on the center. I will use center, and I will remove all paddings which Figma have added automatically. Okay, and as the first thing, auto layout and padding, the second important thing is width settings. In every item inside frame with auto layout has this width settings. You can find it in the right sidebar. For example, if I remove auto layout, there is no these kind of settings of the text. If I return auto layout to parent frame, and if you select text inside the auto layout, you can find on the right sidebar settings. There are three options: fixed, hug, and fill. And in most cases, I would recommend to use fill container for text. And as you fill container, it means text will get all available space inside frame. And image too. And now you can see that text has 50% and image has 50%, but we have to add some padding to the text. So let's create a container for the text to add this padding to the text object. So I select text, then Shift A, and now, as you can see on the left sidebar, we have a parent container, we have text container, and image. Why we create a container for the text? We added this container for the padding on mobile version. So I added a border for the frame to see the borders of this container. So let's try to preview what we have in Marker plugin. So in Marker plugin, you can select any frame that you have and click on the preview. And in this way, you can check your email check every block of your email template, how it works before creating a whole email. It's more easy, and this way you can find some issues and fix it faster. Okay, now we have email, and you can preview with this icon on the bottom. You can change width and see how it works on mobile. Looks fine, but not. I think we want something different. To change it, let's add some. For example, in this example, as you can see, the text has padding, but image doesn't have padding on the right side. So that's the reason why we created a container for the text, and let's add padding for this text item. And we set fill container for text, and also it's important to set hug content on for the height settings. Hug content, it means the content of the parent of the text will take space no more than need these text objects. And if you change the text, as you can see, the width, the height of the container text change based on amount of text, of length of text string. So I added a padding to the container for the text, and let's see how it works in Figma, in plugin. Now you can see that we have a text and image, but I think on the mobile text should go on the top and image should go to the bottom on mobile version. So let's apply this behavior to our template. So I select a parent container, then go to the properties section. Then every time when you preview a frame as an email template, plugin thinks that it is a template and switch template here, but we want a frame. Frame, it's just a basic container to make children of the frame go one above each other on mobile version. You have to select a parent container, then go to the layout settings in the properties tab, then go to the switch tab cards option here. And after you switch this option on, you can see that the name of the parent has been changed to cards. And it means children of a parent which has name of cards will go one above each other on mobile version. So let's see. I click on the preview button and go to mobile version. And now, as you can see, text goes to the top and image goes to the bottom on the mobile version. It works because we applied option cards to the parent. And it seems like image too wide, too big for mobile. So let's update width settings of the image and let's make it the same width mobile and desktop. To apply these settings, simply select an image and then go to fixed width. Let's update some image settings here. And now image will have fixed width on mobile and on desktop. Let's see how it works. And now, as you can see, image has same width and text on the mobile version, text takes 100% of width and mobile version takes the same width as desktop. And now I think this block works fine as expected. And as the next step, we can move to another block with this title, subtitle, and button. First, let's create a button. Button is simply a text and container. Let's create a new container, frame, then put text inside this frame, apply fill color, apply some order settings, and transform this frame to auto layout. Like so. Okay, we have a frame which will be at the bottom. Now let's get the text, Command C, Command V. So I have all my text objects and frame. To create a block with auto layout, let's simply select all these things and click auto layout. When you click auto layout, if you selected some children, Figma will create automatically container with auto layout. Also, you can preview this container, but I'm not sure will it work or not. It works as we have in our design. So let's update some auto layout settings. First, let's add padding as a first block and update align content on center. And for the text items, we should select the center text alignment. And let's update the background to white. So now we have update some settings. Click on the reload, and now, as you can see, it works as expected. And one little thing, how to add link to your buttons in Figma plugin. To do so, simply select a thing that you want to add a link. In our example, it's a button. Go to the properties section, then go to the frame type. Frame type has 3 options. I mean, if you select, it helps to plugin to understand how you want to use any frame. For example, if it might be a template. Template, it means a whole parent template that you will be export as your code. This template has some settings such as pre-header text and code section, which you can put code for your head tag. For example, if you want to provide some additional fonts styles here. Another option is button. button, it means a frame and text, which you will use as a link, a button. So to add link, simply type and do not forget to add HTTP or HTTPS to your button. And now we have, let's preview one more time and see if you click on this button, it will go to Figma. Okay, now we have 2 blocks. Let's update with settings. Okay, and the third block, it's simply GIF image. If you have a GIF, it will work in plugin 2. As you can see, it's a GIF from Google email. So I will put this GIF in the container and see how it works. So I select a GIF, then simply click Shift-A. It creates a default auto layout frame as a container. I remove some settings, set fill container for the GIF, and let's click and see on the preview. As you can see, GIF works in plugin 2, and if you export this code, GIF will be inside your template. So you have GIF, and let's create these 2 blocks with 2 text items. Okay, let's duplicate this frame, remove button, update text. I select 2 text objects and put it inside this frame. As you might expect, we will create 2 containers for each column. So I select 2 text objects, then click Shift-A, and then I can simply duplicate this option. To duplicate frame, select frame and click Command D. It will duplicate inside duplicate your content. So we have a frame. Let's switch to horizontal auto layout frame from vertical. To do so, we select the parent, then go to the right sidebar and set horizontal layout. Looks fine, but it seems like we need some adjustments. Why this block looks strange? This is because of width settings of the text. It said hug, but for text objects, I would recommend to set fill. Fill, it means 100% of available space. Now it takes more than 100% of available space because of hug settings, and that's the reason why it breaks layout. So let's switch to fill container. I can select multiply text object and then click fill container and do the same for the parents of these frame containers. Now text and all items have fill container settings and it looks fine. Let's update text and text alignment too. And let's preview. Looks fine, but let's update. Let's put these 2 blocks to move one above each other on the mobile version. To do so, simply run the plugin, select the parent container, then go to the properties section, switch to back to frame and layout option. Let's preview, and now we have our text go one above each other on mobile version. Okay, looks cool. Now this block with I would call it chess style layout, when image on the left and text on the right, and the second block has mirrored this layout, but I will show how it works. So we have an images. There is some tricky things in this layout, and I will show how to create this block properly. Okay, we have two text items. So first, let's create this block. I hope you remember. Shift A. Let's select first. Let's select a container for Shift for text. Shift A. Let's add some visual borders, and then let's create a new parent for these two blocks. I have an image and I have a text. Shift A. I have as you can see, I have a container, but with transparent background. Let's update background, and I will take green color. Update width to fixed, and remove default auto layout settings and apply fill container. Parent has fixed because it should take width of, as example, email, but all the content should have a width depend on the parent width. Sounds, I think sounds not good, but I think we can move next. Okay, we have this block. Let's add some padding to the text container. So let's preview. Okay, fine, but let's update to cards. Okay, now we have text. Image goes to the top and text go to the bottom on the mobile version. Let's duplicate this block, update image, and the good way to update an image, you can simply select new image, click here, then Command C, and put a new fill here. Okay, now we have two blocks, and let's create a container for these two blocks for preview. I select two of these cards items, then Shift A. I have a new container, and let's preview this container and see how it works. Looks fine, but not as our example. What if we can, on the second example, we put image on the right? Let's preview one more time and see how it works. On the desktop version, as an example, but on the mobile version, on the second section, image should be on top of the text with the same rhythm of the previous section on mobile version. How to achieve these settings? I will show you. Let's put image on the right, text on the image on the left, and text on the right. Then run the plugin, select the second container, which called cards, and then go to the properties section. And on the layout option below the cards, there is another option called reverse children. When you switch this option, it means on the preview, on the desktop version, plugin will mirror the layout. Will put image on the right and text on the left instead of your Figma design. But on the mobile version, as you can see, image text, image text. So this is how to achieve this popular in email design pattern with chess style layout: image, text, text, image. Now we have this block. Let's call it chess style layout. And I will skip these things, but okay, no. The next block is image, text, image. So I have, where's my logo and text. Text. Here is the text. Okay. I have all three text, image. Let's put it this way, then select and create a parent container auto-layout frame, Shift A. And set horizontal alignment. And now we can see that text, for some reason, move out the container. And let's recreate this design. In this example, we have image, text block, and image. So we have to create a container for the text. And we will have three columns. To do so, let's simply select our both text objects and click Shift A and set vertical for this container. Vertical thing. Okay. Now we have, let's put it in the center and update some layout settings, padding settings. Okay, and set center and center alignment for text. And do not forget to put our main width of content and preview one more time this block. Now, as you can see, looks fine, but needs some adjustments. Text should have fill container option to take all available space, because image will have fixed width. Image should fill and put it image. Text container should put text both images to different sides. It will fill and check fixed and fixed. And let's update a vertical alignment and center alignment for text. Text should be fill container 2. So I will add border to see text container. Now it works. Now some spacing. As you can see, if we add left and right padding, text will become to center. It will not break the layout. I think it looks fine. The next step is this block. Let's recreate this block. It's have some text and two icons plus text. So icon and text, and first let's create. We can create a one component for this block. For example, let's take an icon, then let's take a text, then simply Shift A and transform it into the component. Why we create component? To not duplicate our work. Do not do the same thing two times. We can create one component and then duplicate it and reuse these settings for a second block with icon with plus text. Okay, to copy that image, you can click here, Command C, Command V, and remove the second image and update text. So let's update some settings, vertical spacing. Now we have two components. Text. First, let's create a container for both text items. I'll add border. Then create a second container for two text plus icon things. And the third thing, let's create a container for both of them. Shift A. And let's update some layout things. Add some and also update border radius and vertical alignment. Okay, and also vertical alignment for text. And fill container. Okay, fine. Let's preview it, how it works. Okay, works. Fine. Okay, and let's create this social icons block. I have all icons. Command V. Let's create a container. Shift A, and then go create a horizontal alignment container. And let's update width of the blocks. And now we have all these items. How to add links to your social media icons? To do so, you can simply run the plugin, then go select an image, and then go to the properties section, and in the link URL, simply add the link URL. Also, you can add some alt text. This is how it works, and if I click here, it will go to the Figma. Okay, the last thing, it works the same way as first item. For some reason it breaks, but we will fix it. Let's update some. It should be hot content and okay, and text. And this boring text too. Okay, let's create this block with a border on the top. To do so, I have a line, which is simply a rectangle with 1 pixel height and 2 text. So select, Shift A, fixed our width image. Then for all content inside this, for rectangle and both text objects, set fill container and center alignment and some settings. Okay, now we have a footer. And create this. It should be fixed container, center alignment, center element 2. Let's create one single block from the social and call it pre-footer. Okay, now we have all these blocks from our original email. Let's create a component from each block. We can select simply all of them and go to the top bar. And click Create Multiply Components. Now we created a component for each block, and next I will show you how to add these blocks to your Figma, to Marker Email Generator Figma plugin to use these blocks in your designs. Select block, go to the Assets tab, then go to the Current File section and click Select your component and click on plus icon. And so this way you can add all your components to the plugin. And this way you can use them for your team. For example, if you want to create a new email, simply run the plugin, then create a new template by clicking on the plus icon on the top bar, update your width settings. When you click on the plus icon on the top bar, plugin creates an empty auto layout frame. Then you can simply drag and drop your ready-made blocks from auto layout, from your theme library, and use them as components and build your email design templates and create your own settings. And please let me know how it works, and I hope it will help you to build cool emails and cool email design system for your projects. Thank you for watching.